Hey guys, and welcome back to another video here on Desolate Planet. Again, looking not so desolate, which is amazing. Now, as you guys can see, there's a few new waypoints I've set up, and the only reason that I have those set up is because I got the Waystones mod. Essentially, it's just another mod I added in. Now that our base is so large, having to run there or even drive there in the car takes quite a while. So being able to just teleport to them using these is really nice. They are a tad bit expensive to make though, so that is a bit of a bit of a milestone that I'm gonna have to keep on reaching because it takes some ender pearls, amethyst shards, and emeralds in order to make them. Along with obviously after that you have to then put that stone with obsidian and stone bricks. Hence why I have obsidian and stone bricks right now. Now, if you guys remember in the last episode, I spoke about needing to pipe out, as you can see here, pipe out some lava all the way from the fluid, the liquid area, all the way to here in order to permanently have this heated. So you can see here a blaze burner needs a straw in order for the pipe to actually work with it. So currently, as we can see here, this is getting made permanently now because we have infinite heat, and as you can tell, I have an infinite amount of peanut butter and jam sandwiches. Again, I'm just going to add this here, and bam, bam, bam. Infinite food has finally been acquired. Next thing I want to try and actually automate, funnily enough, is infinite water, which will be so doable. I might have to do it over there though, and I do want to see if I can try and maybe pipe the peanut butter and jam sandwiches into a ender chest. Um, because if I can pump it into an ender chest and put an ender chest over there, same with water, I won't have to really worry about it. As you can tell, the Waystone mod is a bit new to me still. I'm still like in the habit of running it. But essentially, I want to be able to take the water from here, put it into a bottle, have that bottle then get heated by one of the fans that I'm probably going to make very soon, and get it purified, nicely done, and then put into a chest so that whenever I'm low on both water and food, I can just run up and get them both, which will be really, really nice. But that'll be a bit of a mission. For now, let's head over here. As you can see, the factory is disabled. And that's simple. Now that I know how the item conduits work and everything, I want to put it to good use. Hey, that's mine. So I've disabled I've essentially disabled it for now. And I'm not going to lie when I say I don't actually know how I'm going to progress on this because it is going to take a whole new system. Essentially, what I might do is have each of essentially at the end of like this area here, I'll put a chest. I really don't know how this is going to work because I need to essentially have them item conduited. The main issue we've been having right now is I could essentially just conduit from like wherever this drops off. This needs to go into a chest essentially. Bottom line is that needs to go into a chest, and it can't really collude into this one tight area without it just immediately going into a chest. Otherwise, it is going to just cause the same backlog as we've always had. So what I want to do is, especially like for this area here, as soon as I can get off of these conveyor belts, essentially what I want to see if I put an andesite funnel or a tunnel even, can I put a item conduit there and then it'll pick that up? Because if I can, that'll be a game changer. If not, there is always the route of the absorption hopper, which seems to work really, really well. So I'm a little conflicted on which way to go for now. But let's try out this system for now. Essentially, the way that I'm going to test it out is I'm just going to connect it. Again, I want to try this. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to, you see, it doesn't connect straight to the andesite funnel, which is what upsets me. So if that isn't connecting, does it connect to this? It connects to that. Okay. So if it connects to the mechanical extruders, I could do the same thing for cobble as I've done for each one of these. Um, this is gonna be a little difficult. So the reason why I want to like keep this on recording is I want to explain my thought process, right? Because now that I know that I can just connect each mechanical extruder, I'm gonna get rid of all of these funnels, connect all of those. But then the problem comes to this, which doesn't use the extruders. This is simply cobble, gravel, and sand, which aren't as important anymore, given that I have I think multiple 30,000 mounts of them. just sitting around, so I don't know if I'll ever need them again, to be honest. I'm a little conflicted though, because I do want to keep them running, as an infinite resource is better than a finite resource. But in order to get this to go, I'm going to probably, what I'll probably do is I'll put a chest here. No, I'll put the chest here. And then, so if I put the chest here, I can shorten this down to there and have this pick up, well, this will be for cobble. So cobble will go into a chest. I'll leave gravel and sand. I think what I'll try and do is, instead of having it go on like a 1 1 1 1 on this conveyor belt, like it has been this whole time, because it goes in one into the thing. That actually might be better. And then I'll set up, you know what I'll do is I'll get everything to go into a single chest. For these three, I'll actually just reduce it to one with putting mechanical extruders instead. Reduce it to one that generates just an infinite amount of cobblestone. And then up top there, I'll have two of these set up so that I can determine whether I want it to be sand or gravel at the time when I need it. And then I'll have a system that should compress it all for me, but that'll be for another episode because the compression is going to take a while. I need to get all of this set up properly. Okay, so in the hopes of improvements, everything's out. I've set up over here's the stone. As you can tell, none of it's powered right now. That's where the power leads. I'm gonna move it over so that I can just kind of like attempt to connect it to this. And then we're gonna just have to hope and pray that this works out fine. So again, all of this, I want to crush it. So I'm gonna work on that. Okay, sorry about that. I was yawning. So I'm gonna get a way to, number one, I need to remove all of these and I need to connect these pipes, right? Essentially, what I want to do is I want to try and keep it connected here for now because I'm going to crush these. I'm also going to crush these. So what I might do is I might connect them, have them, if it works, have the crusher like here, right? Crush them here, and then have another like pickup system over here. I'll probably do. I don't know if I can put a filter on an absorption hopper. If I can, then I'll put an absorption hopper here and a pipe system that then goes up to the top chest. And then obviously for the rest of these, I'm probably going to do like two of that and then two of that. So these two will be connected here and these two here will be connected. This will be sand, this will be gravel, this will be cobblestone. Now, the reason why I only have two for each is because I had to shrink it down. So it's no longer four for each, it's now half the size, but we got to go with what we can go with. And then obviously it'll be the same for these. Now, just setting up these baselines, I've used quite a lot of the pipes, so I am happy I made more. Let's have a look at what I can get going for us then. Again, I'm not too sure if I can connect these just yet, so I'm not going to attempt it until I find out how to make these drop. Let's see. If I attach it to this, I don't think that works, does it? No, it does. Wait. Wait. Hold on a minute. Okay. This might be a a system like hack right now. So extracting all of these need to be powered on. Nope. Bam and bam. Sadly, I do have to go and power each one. If this works, give me that. If this works how I'm thinking it's going to work, and again, I am very hopeful in the fact that it does work this way, then that's going to be insane. So again, these are all going to be extract because we're going to be extracting the stuff that we want. And then I need to, first thing I want to do is I want to connect these. So I'm going to do that. Honestly, how am I going to get this to rotate the right way? I'm pretty sure I can just connect it like this. I'm gonna try it out first. Can I go, let me go over this way. So we're gonna test run these really quick. Like about there, that's good. We're gonna have to go down two. Where's our shafts there? And put a there we go. Bam. So which way is this working? I don't know. It looks to be going the right way. I think so. Okay, so this does go the right way, which is beautiful. Now, again, I don't want it to be this whole ugly contraption, so I'm actually going to go into the wall here, put the connectors there, make it look a little bit neater. Okay, so for those that are curious, this is how I've done it. I've just connected it to the belt system that I have at the back that connects into, well, funnily enough, liquids. But regardless of that, it does work out wonderfully for us because now these should be connected. Um, what I'm worried about, essentially, I am probably going to have to change this out for that because they need to be rotating a different way. Otherwise, it won't properly crush. So with that now properly set up, do I have a chest on me? Of course I don't. I need to empty out my inventory space. This is really bad. You know what? If this works out, then it can go directly up into the chest. So for now, let's just whoa. I am placing those all willy-nilly, aren't I? So for now, let me just connect this up. I need to find out where the chest is and break the dirt underneath it really quick. And hopefully I can figure that out really, really quick here. I can actually lower this now. Bam. And again, break the dirt piece underneath it so I know where to connect these two. Right over here. So the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to just run it along the roofing. Under the hopes that it looks and stays looking neat, because I'm essentially going to attempt to just keep it. I went too far. Bam. Okay. So I now need to go and put a insert thing for the other area. Let me quickly sort that out, and then I need to set up the crushing wheels for here. That's going to be another challenge, isn't it? I need to make sure that this, how am I going to do this? Can I, by chance, aha, no, this is going to be insert and it's always on. Wonderful. So, now, this should work out exactly how I'm hoping. Again, hopefully. This is extract, it's always active, beautiful. How am I going to, I don't think I can disconnect these exactly, so I do need to storage them somewhere. And I want to crush them immediately. I want to start putting them into the crushing as soon as possible. Actually, you know what I just realized is the nice thing is I can just attach it like this, put it out to like that, and then go out like that, and bam. And then just connect it to the main pipeline. And then for this one, it's just going to be simple like that. Go out here, and again, connect it to the main pipeline. Okay, good. Let's connect it. Bam, and then this one just gets straight up connected because this is our cobble. Bam, and then these, I don't even need to bother with, wait, no, what is this again? This is the netherrack. Now, I don't necessarily want to crush all of the netherrack in case it can be used. Let's see. Best way to figure out if I ever want to use this is to look at the crafting recipes. Now, number one, are they used in our obtainment of a netherite? I don't believe they are. If I'm right, I don't think so. It is because there's ways to get debris, as you can tell. Um, which way was it? There's obviously this diamond ore, which I can make a combiner and combine diamond dust and cobblestone, get the diamond ore, and then smelt it down to get a small chance of getting netherite, which it doesn't use netherrack. So for now, doesn't matter. Let's just get this bad boy out here. Let's see. I think that's the right area to stop at. Yeah, beautiful. And we have one stack of ender conduits left. I now need to just go around and make sure everything's activated the right way. But remember, when you are following along, make sure all of your things are on always active. It is very important. Okay, so I just want to make it also very apparent. Some of the spinning wheels, especially if you followed my exact construction, are going to have a bit of a weird hookup. Like here, I have to make sure this rotates a different direction. So this would rotate it once, twice, three times. That makes it go in the opposite direction. This is going in the same direction. Make sure that they go in opposite directions, otherwise they don't crush, from what I remember. Again, this is very, very old memory knowledge. Could have been changed. If it has been, then I'm I am giving some false information, and I apologize for that. Now, let's just hope I am not. I'm going to cover it up for now, just so that if it works out nicely, I don't have to worry about it too much. Then I still have to do here, and I still have to do over there. Okay, so um, here's hoping this works. I think everything's linked up properly. We'll find out now when I switch this machine on whether or not they are linked up properly. If they aren't, then we might be a bit screwed. If they are, then yippee, we're not screwed. For now, this is a bit upsetting because I have to go across the door or whatever. I'm not too bothered by it. I think it leads up to here. Yes, wonderful. So we're going to go up here and then up this way. That way I can put this here and put a bunch of those. And this is going to be the new door. Because we know how to adapt. All right. Here's hoping. Right. Okay, so I'm getting gravel here, but it's not going into the crushing wheel. And then as for here, I'm not too sure what's going on. Did I make sure to set this? Yeah, it's always active. Did I not set that one right at the top there? I'm gonna have to sort out a lot of stuff when I... No, this is on insert, so it should be working out. And these are all on extract. So I'm not sure on what's happening in regards to this here. If I get rid of that, what happens? Oh, well, it doesn't really tell me, does it? So, I mean, look, it's working because it inserts the... I think it just spits out the cobble. And then... Yeah, because the gravel then just gets spat out at us. So I'm going to have to get some absorption hoppers. Same is happening over here. The joy part, I guess, is that it's kind of crushing both. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 separate crushers for this area. As for this area, I don't know what's going on. Did I not set these right? Is this not working? I'm not too sure if these are working. Or not. It's really difficult to be able to tell, if I'm honest. Get out of my hand. There we go. As for this, apparently this isn't connected either, which is proving another curiosity. So some of them are working, some of them aren't working, which is really weird. Like, I think this is the only one that's actually working right now. So I'm going to have to go into the back and have a look. Okay, so I got the deep slate working now. Essentially, the reason if they aren't working is because they aren't connected properly or something. So like these, if I come over here, you can see that they're working, right? It doesn't make a noise, but it is, if you look at the top there, it shows a cobblestone and it's going straight into the chest. This over here is working fine, as we can tell by that. This, on the other hand, which one was it? Which one wasn't working? One of these buggers weren't working. This. So that one isn't working, but that one is. Essentially, it's too much for this to work, and for some reason, the gravel isn't being transported to the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go grab some absorption hoppers and fix up that too. Okay, so I've done a bit more messing around. Every single one of these that have a crusher needs an absorption hopper. Now, the one thing that I was worried about, which I messed about with a little bit, is I'm just making sure all of these are set right still, is essentially I'm not too sure about the radiuses. I can't put a filter. So I've moved the radiuses around a bit. I'm hoping that it works out. I haven't tested it yet. This is going to be the test run to see how this works for us. But let's find out. So it should get crushed. It should get absorbed. Okay, this isn't reaching by 1. That's fine. There we go. That gets absorbed, and then it should, as it is, it'll get sifted through, and it is going through faster than it's getting crushed, which is beautiful. That's exactly what I was looking for. This will get another plus on itself. Bam. That's going to do the same thing. This seems to be working, but what I want to see is if this gets sand or not. Is this actually, because like this gets gravel. Beautiful. So this is getting gravel, and this should be getting the deep slate. Yeah, okay. So we're set for a majority of things. I'm just trying to crush a mosquito currently. My apologies. But this isn't doing what it needs to be doing. and I'm curious on why. Are these not set properly? These are on extract, they're always active. Extract always active. Is this on insert? It's also always active. So what seems to be the problem? Is it that there's two of these connected to you? Or do you not like that? No, that's not the problem either. What is the problem? So as you can see, they're both full on the output area. That's weird. It's the same as everywhere else. So what's the problem here? Oh, maybe it's because there's something underneath it that isn't create compatible. Or are they not spinning properly? Ah, you see, they're both spinning in the same direction. So I just removed every single one of those things for no reason, just because I wasn't watching. What? Wait, how did I get a third? Oh, wait, no, more accurately, where did the other one go? I'm missing one. Okay, so that's fine. Let's replace this down over here. That should no. This is the copper. I mean the gravel one. So I need to make sure that this is low, roughly either on it or just above it, and also over this way. Too much around there. Need to make sure that's all set. Wonderful. And then this is going to go up into there. So everything that is in this absorption hopper is then going to go into up here, which is going to insert and make us sand, which will then get absorbed by that. Beautiful. Right, so now that we have that set up, all I need to do is rotate this around one, which, yeah, that's why. It's because this didn't rotate, so I can actually just get rid of that and plop that there, and it should start crushing. There we go. Okay, so that makes gravel, and eventually this should get sand, right? I think I see something happening. This is just more gravel. Hold on. So, okay, maybe it's, what's it called? What's going on here? Okay, so that gets crushed into, maybe it needs to go up one. We'll go up one more. Essentially, what I'm hoping is that I just need to make sure it gets turned into sand. If I can get it turned into sand, I can just move the entire thing away. I don't really mind that. I just need to see this working. Hey, give that back. Okay, so after some trial and error, I figured out a system that works. Essentially, what was happening with this one after we got it spinning was this was the only thing that was essentially picking up anything. So what I've done is I've changed this. This can only reach up to here. This one can only reach up to here, up to this one. So essentially, this goes down, and also these need to be up top. That needs to be at the top in order for it to go down. It can't go up through the crusher. So you'll see here, this is only getting the byproducts of the sand, but this is only getting the byproducts of the gravel. So finally, we have it all set up. This should now essentially be giving us crushed versions of the everything, hopefully. So we are getting crushed in stone, crushed netherrack, crushed deep slates instead of, normal deep slate. We are getting gravel. We're getting sand, I believe. I just want to watch this counter. Yes. And we are, of course, also getting cobblestone. We are, as always, also getting the byproduct of clay and flint, which is beautiful. So we have re-simplified and redone this factory now so many times it's actually kind of crazy, I'm going to be honest, but I'm very, very happy with it. So yeah, that's where I'm going to leave this off. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy, and if you have any issues with these, what I recommend is make this. This is essentially the wrench that is used for this mod. If you didn't know, I didn't know either until I looked up the Ender.io mod itself, found the wrench. So as always, hope that helps. I hope you guys understand what's happened here. I tried to do as much of a run through as I can, essentially giving my thoughts and everything on how it works and then getting it to work. But again, as always, I'll see you all in the next one. Can't keep you guys any longer. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Of course, shameless plugs have to exist. Cheers.